Hi class, in this video I am going to provide a brief overview of the course. I'm going to show you the best way to navigate the course, and I'm also going to go over the syllabus. So the first thing you want to do whenever you look at our course is you want to familiarize yourself with the links. So here we have a link for the course introduction page, which I will go over in a moment. Then here we have a link to the syllabus. This is of course a link to the modules, and this is a link to my office hours through Zoom. So if you ever want to meet with me, or if we schedule an appointment, all you have to do is click on here and it'll take you to the Zoom. We also have a link of our course textbook. We don't have to purchase a book for this class. The book is free and it is available online. So this right here is going to be the textbook that we are using. So the first thing I want to go over is I want to go over the syllabus. Now, the syllabus is pretty standard, so I do expect for you to go over it, especially because we do have a syllabus quiz. However, there are some things that I do want to point out. The first thing is that there is a COVID statement that we added this semester, so please make sure that you read it. It basically talks about how you should monitor your symptoms. Also, all individuals, regardless of vaccination status, are required to wear a mask if you are going to visit campus. I should mention that this class is completely online. There are no meetings in person. There are also no meetings through Zoom or anything like that. Everything is done online. However, if you ever do want to meet with me through Zoom, I would be more than glad to meet with you. So here we have our contact information. My name is Natalie Herrera and I am going to be your instructor. The best way to contact me is through Canvas inbox, and then also you can contact me through phone, though my office phone is being forwarded to my cell phone, so please make sure that you leave a voicemail and you let me know what class you are in, because I have 6 classes in total. So just let me know who you are, what you're calling in regards to, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Also with emails, it typically does take me like a day or two to reply, but I try to get back as soon as I can. And I also post announcements every single Monday just to kind of keep track of what we're doing for that week. So make sure that you check announcements every single Monday. Here we have some information about the course, and you can go ahead and go over that information. We also have the assignments that we're going to be doing in this course, which totals 550 points. And we do have weekly assignments, which are basically short assignments like handouts and things like that. And right here, it tells you when they are due. So like, for example, the weekly assignments, the discussions, those all have specific dates that are due during the week. Like, for example, all our weekly assignments are going to be due on Sunday. Discussions are always going to be due on Thursdays and Saturdays. And then quizzes are going to be due on Saturdays. When it comes to like the major assignments that I posted up here, these have a specific due date, so you have to refer to the syllabus for those due dates. One thing I do want to mention about discussion questions is that Canvas does not allow you to put 2 due dates, so you have to remember that the first post is due by Thursday. What I mean by the first post is your response to the original discussion question, which was posted by myself. So that first post is due by Thursday, and then you have until Saturday to reply to one of your classmates. And the reason why I have 2 due dates is because sometimes people want to finish their discussion early, but there's nobody to respond to, because sometimes people wait until Saturday to post both of their discussion posts. So just make sure that your first post is due by Thursday, and then the second one you have till Saturday to post. Something to keep in mind is that if you're constantly waiting until the last minute to post on Saturday, like let's say you wait until 11:57 p.m. to submit both of your posts, that is probably going to affect your grade and also your participation grade. So please make sure that you keep a note of that and you remind yourself every week that the first discussion post is due by Thursday. Now, obviously, we don't have discussions every single week, but just keep in mind that we do have 10 discussion questions, so you want to make sure that you are keeping track of the Thursday and Saturday due dates. When it comes to classroom management, This class is completely online. So basically what that means is that you need to make sure that you have proper and reliable access to computer and Wi-Fi. Computer malfunctions and Wi-Fi issues are not necessarily considered excused for extension on deadlines and things like that. So please make sure to give yourself enough time. I post all of the assignments are published at the beginning of the semester, so you know when they are due. They are available as of the beginning of the semester. So really there shouldn't be a reason why you wait until the last minute to submit something and then your internet went down and you were not able to submit it. So I always recommend to my students that maybe if an assignment is due at midnight, try submitting it around 10. That way, if something goes wrong, you do have a little bit of time to fix it. Of course, if something happens like with the weather and electricity goes out, then you can go ahead and let me know and I can make exceptions in that case. But you also have to keep in mind that as an instructor, there's only a certain amount of extensions I can allow because then I get in trouble. So it's just best to be prepared and plan for the unexpected. And I don't know about you, but I always have like plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D for really important stuff. Like whenever I have to submit something with a deadline or whenever I'm traveling, sometimes I have like up to a plan D just in case. And I always try to remain flexible, like I said, just in case something happens. So when it comes to late work, I don't necessarily accept late work. However, I do treat it on a case-by-case basis. So if there is some sort of emergency or some sort of circumstances that are beyond your control, then I do go ahead and allow late work. However, don't just email me your assignment. Make sure that you contact me first because I might tell you email it to me, or I might tell you I'm going to open up the assignment so you can submit it through Canvas. So again, email me first, let me know what's going on, and then we can go ahead and make arrangements. Because like let's say you're having some health issues or something like that, I might tell you to just wait till you're feeling better, and then we can go ahead and start submitting assignments or something like that. So I don't allow late work just for it to be late. It does have to be for, um, you know, something important, something serious. And I know things happen, especially right now. A lot of things are happening. The weather is being crazy. A lot of things are going on in the world. So I understand that. But like I mentioned a few moments ago, I can only allow certain things to be late before I start getting in trouble, right? Because I cannot allow for you to turn in every single assignment late because then that's not fair to the other students and it doesn't reflect well on the course. So even I have certain policies that I have to abide by, which is why I can only allow certain extensions and certain late work. So we kind of have to work together to make this work for both of us. And of course, make sure that you are respectful to your classmates and to myself at all times. Please make sure that your interactions within the classroom are always appropriate. Right here, I do go ahead and I provide a etiquette for online classes. So this basically tells you what are some guidelines to properly communicate when you are in an online setting or in online discussions. Like for example, writing in all caps, that implies shouting. So you don't want to do that because then people are going to think that you are shouting at them. So like I said, you can go ahead and look at the rest of the syllabus. You can go ahead and look at the important dates. I do have some information about Zoom. When it comes to the tentative schedule, I divided it up into 3 columns. So we have the date, the reading material, and then we have the assignments that are due. So if you look at each column, like for example, for week 2, you should read chapter 1 of the textbook, and then you should read this handout that I have here, which is called How to Make It in College. And then here are the assignments that are due. So for example, for week 2, we have a discussion, we have assignment number 1, and then we have a quiz. For week 1, you only have the syllabus quiz and the discussion. So make sure that you always look at the syllabus, and then the other best way to navigate the course is through the modules, because the modules, I organize them by week. So for example, here we have all the things you have to go over, and then we have the syllabus quiz, the introduction. For week 2, you're going to find the handout. But keep in mind that you should also refer to your syllabus because the syllabus tells you that you should read chapter 1. So whenever you take this quiz, it's going to be over chapter 1. However, because it's a textbook, I cannot link just chapter 1. So you need to refer to the syllabus, and here you'll find all the materials and all the reading materials and all the assignments. But if it's a chapter from the book, then you have to go to the PDF file of the book, or you have to go to the link of the textbook. And I have the textbook linked right here as well. So like I said, the best way to keep track is through the modules and also through the syllabus. So make sure that you're always checking those due dates. I know some people like to look at the calendar for Canvas, but you want to be careful with that because this summer I had a student who was not getting notifications about assignments, and the reason for that was because her app was not updated. So in case you want to avoid all that, just make sure that you look at the syllabus, make sure you look at the modules to keep track of what you're supposed to be doing. And if you don't have your notifications set up, this right here tells you how to set up your notifications. So as you can see right here, this first module, it just contains a lot of information that is helpful for you. Like for example, as an NMSU student, you get Office 365 for free, which I think is a really good option. I think that you can download it on up to 3 devices, which again, it's a really good opportunity to get it because if you purchase Microsoft Word, that is expensive. If you get an Office 365 subscription, that also costs money, so you are getting it for free because you are a student. So definitely take advantage of that. I actually use this for my laptop because I bought a laptop a few years ago and then I bought another one last year, and I downloaded Office 365 to each one of my laptops and I didn't have to pay for Microsoft Word. So it's a really good deal. So one of the things I also wanted to show you is if we go back home, I wanted to show you the introduction to the course. So right here, again, it provides a little bit more information. So here you have the course navigation video. Here, I let you know what my other email is. So my other email is natalie@nmsu.edu. However, at this email, I get emails from NMSU, from DACC. I get emails from a lot of different places. So I think it's better if you email me through Canvas inbox because that one is streamlined mostly for students. So if you email me through natalie@nmsu.edu, sometimes I get so many emails that, it takes me longer to reply to you, or it even, the email gets lost, or sometimes on this email, I don't receive emails from Gmail or Yahoo. I don't know why. So I think the best bet is just to communicate through Canvas inbox. And like I mentioned, it usually takes me about 24 to 48 hours. If I don't reply during a regular business hours, if I don't reply after like 3 business days, then email me again because maybe I didn't receive it. However, if it's the weekend obviously might take a little bit longer because I don't check my emails on the weekend typically. So here I talk a little bit about course competencies, grading. This video tells you how to submit an assignment. And this handout over here tells you how to view your feedback, so that way you can review the rubrics, the comments, things like that. And then I do offer extra credit, so you can go ahead and look at the extra credit options and policies. I typically offer extra credit for attending college workshops. So I will let you know about those whenever they become available. And I post the dates of these workshops under announcements. So make sure that you check announcements frequently. And here we have the Netiquette for online classes again. And here we have some Canvas information in case you need any help. We have the textbook linked again, and then we have the syllabus and the first 2 assignments that you need to do for this week, this first week. Now, like I said, discussions and quizzes are typically due on Saturdays, but because this week is short, they're both due on Sundays. One of the final things I wanted to mention is that if you look right here, it says recent announcements. During a typical week, the announcement will be posted here. So on Mondays, I post an announcement providing a brief overview of the week. So you could typically see it here. However, I haven't posted anything, so that's why it's not showing up. But this is what it looks like. So If you go to the announcements page, you will be able to see every announcement I've posted, and then you can just go ahead and click on it, and then it shows up. So this is basically what I do every Monday. I provide some information on what we're doing for the week, and then I tell you the assignments that are due for that specific week. So it keeps us focused on that week alone. And I also tell you, like, oh, you know, your PowerPoint is due next week, so make sure you're working on it, things like that. Here is also where I'm going to post extra credit opportunities and any other updates and things like that, like if there's any glitches on Canvas, or if I had to change something because a date was wrong, or if there's an error on the syllabus, I will post it under announcements just to let everybody know. And before I finish this video, I do want to mention that if we go back to the first module, I do have a general help and questions forum, and this is basically a discussion question thread where you can go ahead and post any questions you might have. So like, let's say you have a general question about the syllabus or about a specific assignment or about Office 365, you can go and post it here, and then either myself or one of your classmates can go ahead and respond. So if you think it's a question that other people might have as well, you can go ahead and post it here so that, you know, everybody can find out what the answer is. However, if you have specific questions about your grade or any question that's like personal pertaining to just you, those are confidential, so email me instead of posting it here. The last thing I wanted to mention under modules is that there is a COVID-19 safety module that everybody is required to take. And that module is actually right here after week 1. So basically what you have to do for this is you have to go ahead and review the information, and then there are 2 quizzes that you need to take. And they're not quizzes that are worth a grade. It's just basically you agreeing and saying that you will follow the guidelines and things like that. So they're not worth a grade, but DECC does require that every single student take this quiz. So please make sure that you take this quiz by the end of the first week. And in case you don't take it, then I will go ahead and remind you that you need to take this quiz. So it's 2 quizzes, but you need to make sure that you review all of this information because it's very important. Even if you are not taking face-to-face classes, it's very important that you read that information. So other than that, I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I look forward to working with all of you this semester.